Dr. Said, do you feel that there might be any ripple effects as a result of reaching a Gaza ceasefire agreement to other surrounding regions?
If I understood the question correctly, I think it is just in reaching an agreement or to have a failure of the agreement would send a negative message to and attention to the regional parties that are very close attention to the region. I think a whole price and an ultimate price was paid due to such an election. After this would have an economic and political and security repercussions. There are casualties, the region, the states. For instance, Egypt had lost more than $7 billion of the Suez Canal due to the tension of the events of the Red Sea that is linked in Gaza Strip. Everyone have an interest in reaching an agreement and truth. Most importantly, everyone have an interest to regain the state of stability that was lost in the Middle East, that should go back once again for the regional countries to continue in tackling their issues, the approach of development that the Middle East is in dire need.
Dr. Said, we are watching and witnessing a lot of joyous scenes in Gaza as people hear about the news of the Gaza ceasefire agreement being reached. Now, what would you say are the first or initial reactions by the Palestinians, the international communities, and inside Israel as well? Because there were a lot of skeptical voices from within Israel regarding reaching a ceasefire deal.
أو المشككة في هذا الاتفاق. Certainly, in reaching a ceasefire agreement is a very joy news for the Palestinians. These people were suffering from killing. Their people's complete families were eradicated. Such families and the innocent civilians in the Gaza Strip, certainly in reaching a truce, would be a good news for these people who lived in the cold, deprived of the health assistance, food and clothes and electricity. Suffering cannot be described by words. Certainly it's a good news for them, and I think that this good news will be for the international community, the Middle East countries, and a very joyful news for the families of the detainees of Israel. Those families demonstrated throughout the months demanding the return of their families and their beloved ones. Of course, such a party that never welcomed truth, these are the extreme parties such as Smotrich and Ben-Gvir, as they were always never supported any attempts of having an end of the war, that these are very much beneficiary of the continuation of the war. They are manufacturing their popularity of the continuation and the atmosphere of the conflict. That would increase their popularity, that taking advantage of the war into expanding the Israeli influence to be extended on the expense of the territories neighboring Israel.